All aboard for Cookie Cook Trains.
And today we are reviewing the Heljan 009 gauge Manning Wardle class lid in Southern Lined Green. Now, the reason why I've chosen this particular locomotive to be my first review is because I wanted it to be one that I haven't opened or run at all. I feel like with reviews it's important to sort of show it, sort of show your first reaction to it, rather than, you know, just reviewing a model I've owned and run for years. I thought that would be better, at the very least anyway. Now, I will start by addressing the elephant in the room here. Heljan don't have the best reputation when it comes to locomotives, certainly on social media, but I wanted to give this a chance because it was an incredibly good price. I mean, the recommended retail price for this was ridiculous. This particular example I got from Compass Models in Rotherfield, East Sussex. Now, I think they were originally trying to sell this, and you can see the sticker price there, £219.99. And when you consider this is a DCC ready 009 scale locomotive, that is a ridiculous price, even by Bachmann standards. That is ridiculous. I can see why they struggled to sell these. Also, I believe the first batch of these had some real issues. I mean, I may even find this one does. I haven't even removed it from the box yet. We will get to that part in the review soon enough. Okay, so while the recommended retail price is ridiculous, I paid nowhere near that for this. I actually got this better than half price for £105 from Compass Models in Rotherfield in East Sussex. Okay, so on with the review. We are going to attempt to remove it from the box. It is in a cardboard sleeve, which is being a bit stubborn. Blimey. Good gravy. Okay. So, very similar to Hornby's style packaging. Well, to be fair, we say Bachmann have come like this as well, sort of out cardboard shell and then a blister pack. Okay, so there is the locomotive. Okay, oh god, here we go. They've actually put a warning card in here. This does not bode well. So in case of derailing, if the loco is having trouble with derailing, you can carefully adjust the springs with fine tweezers on each side of the pony wheel arm. The back and front, see illustration below. So clearly they've had a lot of issues with this if they felt the need to supply this in the packaging. Okay, so let's see, is there any sort of supplied bits? Like normally you get a detail bag or something like that. A lot of locomotives, God blimey, that's tough. It's trying to escape from the packaging but we even tried. Jesus. Okay. Come on. We haven't got all day. Okay, so let's get a bit of a closer look. Oh blimey, straight away I notice how heavy that is. God, that's got to be one of the heaviest 009 and biggest 009 locomotives I've got. Well, that's fairly impressive, that is. I have to say, that is awesome. Anyway, let's get a closer look at it without the packaging. So when I picked it up, I noticed how heavy it was. I just wanted to weigh it out of curiosity. Turn that on. Is it on grams? It is. So this little Manning Wardle locomotive weighs 113 grams. That's quite a lot for a 009 locomotive. Okay, so I did find the detail bag. It was hiding underneath the packaging. Oh, look, it's got some etched nameplates in there. Oh, that's good. I'll have to apply those. Obviously, I'll do that after running in or something like that. Yes, anyway, down to the diorama. Okay, so there she is, the Manning Wardle locomotive, lid in the Southern Line livery. I mean, look at it. It's fairly impressive looking. Obviously hating to be negative, but straight away I have noticed there's a lovely oil mark there. And if you come and look down at the wheels, you will notice there are chips of paint missing. From a distance, you are probably not going to notice this when you're looking at it going round your layout. Not the best of impressions when you consider this had a recommended retail price of over £200, which is insane. Still impressed with how it looks, despite those small niggles. I mean, I have to say, though, despite the little things, I mean, that lining southern green is just absolutely beautiful. I love the livery. It's nice and crisp, even if there is paint chips missing off of the wheels at the bottom there. Anyway, that is enough gawping at it. Time to get it down onto the layout and see how it runs. Okay, so there she is on the layout, ready for her out-of-the-box performance test. Now, it has to be said, the instructions do recommend you run these in both directions for half an hour before coupling up to any stock or anything like that, just to run it in. But before we do that, I just want to check low speed performance out of the box. Okay, so I am going to gently apply power. See what happens. Nothing. Okay, we're up to 30% and nothing still. That is not good. Okay. Try again. Is it stuck or jammed? Going backwards. Oh, it jerked a little bit. Oh, there it goes. Come back. Not a good song, blimey. Okay, that's to be said, not the best performance out of the box. But again, it does recommend to run it in. God knows how long this has been sat in the shop as well. So, I mean, the contacts might need a good... I seem to be getting better as I do this. So, I mean, obviously, performance out of the box is never going to be great for this. It's probably been sat unsold for years. So, anyway, I'm going to attempt to get it to go around my layout for half an hour in both directions to see if it does that without derailing or, oh God, getting stuck somewhere. All right, well, see you at the next part. Okay, so that is running in completed after hours and hours of absolute tedium. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, it took a lot of work to get this to even complete a single lap of my layout, let alone complete the running in process. But we got there in the end. I'll go over what I had to do. So I actually had to remove the complete front pony truck to get this to stop derailing, because it would literally just derail at every corner, and it was really frustrating. No amount of adjusting got that to work properly. I did initially remove the rear pony truck as well, just to get the ball rolling, and that did sort of loosen up the mechanism. I had to refit the rear pony truck, because without it, the pickups just don't do their job. Like, it would just stop on straight parts of the track, which obviously, as you would expect, I mean, even without that, like, you couldn't really run this without the rear pony truck, because then the drawbar, or rather the mem pocket, is actually attached to the rear pony truck. So good luck pulling any rolling stock without the rear pony truck. You will also notice that I took the opportunity to apply the etched nameplates there. You can see lid written on the side of it. Looks quite smart. I do actually like those etched nameplates. They are actually a real nice touch, and nice. Well, I say nice. I'm glad Heljan included those. For the price, Jesus, the original price. That's the least they could do. What you have got to bear in mind, though, is with the original price of this, it's actually more expensive than Bachmann's mainline Hunslet, which is a pretty good locomotive and has more features than this and is considerably cheaper. Of course, at the price I bought it for, it becomes a bit more viable, because at £105 you sort of start to look away, or sort of hand wave the minor niggles, but some niggles you just can't ignore, like the how much work I had to do to even get this to run properly. It was ridiculous. You shouldn't have to do that. Really, these things should run properly out of the box without having to basically be an engineer and diagnose and experiment. Honestly, it took hours and hours. That being said, it does run more reliably now. I managed to set it up and get it running round without it derailing or stalling for a good half an hour at least, in both directions. So we got there in the end, at the very least. I will say one thing in Heljan's defence. Obviously, out of all my locomotives, this by far has the longest wheelbase. So and it does say in their instructions that it was built for more fine scale sort of running. So if you've got gentle curves and really well laid track, it probably won't be an issue for you. But for a smaller layout like I've got, with more tighter curves, then yeah, at the very least, you are going to need to remove that front pony truck, or you are going nowhere. So now I am actually going to do some slow speed testing and see how well she performs with that. So, okay, if I get it in forward, and I'd slowly turn up the power and see if it will actually do a crawl or anything like that. Oh, didn't do that before. To be fair, since that's actually very good. Yes, it's not the smoothest, but that is really low power. That. Let's get it back the other way. Oh well, here it comes. Yeah. God, I'm amazed. That's actually impressive, because some of Bachmann's locomotives, especially Reneus and Scarlowe, are not capable of running that slow without stalling. Well, that's pretty good. He says that it stalls. Oh dear. Come on. Wakey, wakey. Wakey, wakey. Come on. Wake it. That's it. To be fair, I have got it on really low power, like 10%. So I'm using a Gauge Master combi. Come on. Wakey, wakey. To be fair, I have got it really low. That is a really impressive, considering that is a really impressive crawl. I believe it does have a flywheel, so that does aid slow speed running. So like Cato's Small England and Large England is quite capable of running slow speeds, although it runs forward slightly faster. So if I turn that up a little bit, so it's a bit more consistent then, a bit less boring. Oh, it's stalled. Oh no. Come on, wakey, wakey. Okay. No, that's fairly good. Do you know what? I have noticed that I have put that lid etched nameplate on slightly wonky. I'll have to sort that out at some point. Yeah, that's pretty good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to couple it up to some coaches and see how it does pulling those round. As you can see, the rolling stock I'm using are a few bug boxes and a Bachmann brake coach. They are all connected with the same type of magnetic coupling that I use from Porterhouse models. They are pretty good. I've attached one of those to lid as well. So I will just demonstrate to you them coupling up. I mean, this should go fairly flawlessly as they are magnetic. Oh, come on, wakey, wakey. Come on, lid. That's it. Oh, there we go. So let's go in then. Bye-bye. I'll turn the power up to about 23-24%. Okay, so let's see how she goes. And she stopped in the tunnel. Oh no.
He wondered if he would ever be allowed to pull trains again. But I think he deserved his punishment. Don't you?
Okay, so we will start again with that. Forward. Got a bit faster, like 28% power. Are you going to stall in the tunnel this time? No, managed it this time. God's sake, had me worried there for a second. We were going round it had been going round the layout fairly consistently, so yeah, look. You're pulling those quite well. Look smart doing it too. Excellent. Yeah, as you can see, it has absolutely no trouble pulling those. I mean, maybe my track is more of an issue than anything. But yes. Yeah. Going well. It's going well. Excellent. Yeah, I had no doubts he'd be able to pull rolling stock fairly easily. At the end of the day, it weighs quite a lot. It is a complete die-cast chassis, I believe. And it weighs 113 grams. I weighed it earlier on in the review. So yeah, I had no doubt it wouldn't struggle pulling stuff. Excellent. Okay, so with that, I will give you my final thoughts. So, to summarise, Heljan's narrow gauge Manning Wardle locomotive is very pretty to look at, especially this example lid with the southern lined green livery. Feature-wise, it is lacking, especially considering its original recommended retail price. For instance, Bachmann's narrow gauge mainline Hunslet has a firebox flicker, and when you consider that is a good £50-60 cheaper recommended retail price, that really puts into perspective how overpriced this locomotive is originally. And mechanically, it's not the best. I had to heavily modify this by removing the front pony truck to get it to actually run properly. However, it has to be said that Heljan's goal was to create a more fine-scale locomotive that would operate on layouts with, wider sweeping curves, which, yes, isn't going to be ideal for everybody. And how wise would you really consider that design decision to be, considering that most 009 layouts are tight, have tight curves? Building them into suitcases is a popular thing to do as well. So how wise was it of Heljan to make a locomotive that would run on only large layouts with long sweeping curves, when that's just not a typical thing for narrow gauge? That all being said, I didn't pay the recommended retail price for this locomotive. Nothing like that. I paid £105 for this, which is a typical price. If you go out and look on eBay or other retailers that still have them, most are selling them at a similar sort of price. Bearing that in mind, I could still recommend this locomotive to you. However, there are a few caveats to that. If you have a smaller layout with tight curves, forget it. If you want this to just work directly out of the box, also forget it. I previously stated I had to heavily modify this to get this to run round my layout, and even with all that, it does still hesitate slightly, which isn't great, but I do love watching this go round, I have to admit. At £105 though, even if you are just going to sit it in some corner of your layout and just stare at it, then it's still worth it. I mean, at £105, that is still cheaper than pretty much every narrow gauge locomotive on the market. And it is a stunner. And it is the only Linton and Barnstable locomotive on the market. So if that's what you're looking for, you've got no other choice. And at £105, this will absolutely satisfy you. So my overall rating for this locomotive is buyer beware. Do your research first. See if it suits you, and then make your decision based on that. Anyway, if you've made it this far into the video, thank you very much. You have listened to me waffle for over 20 minutes about a model train. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video. Goodbye.
See you next time on Cookie Cook Trains.